Hey everyone, ready to dive into something a little different.
Oh, I like different.
Today we're talking about the IsoTone thigh double swing.
The what?
Yeah, the thigh double swing, and
Okay.
guess what? You do it lying down.
You had me at lying down.
I thought you might like that.
Well, as someone who appreciates a good workout but doesn't always have the time or energy for a full-on gym session, this sounds right up my alley.
It's designed for the IsoTone device, which is all about, the adjustable resistance.
So you can really tailor it to your fitness level, right? Like whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting out.
Exactly. I was thinking this would be perfect for like a morning tune-up.
Morning tune-up. I can already picture it. Sun's just coming up. You're still in bed, reaching for your IsoTone on the nightstand. Squeeze in a few reps before you even get out of bed.
Or even like a way to wind down before you go to sleep.
Oh, now that's an interesting concept. A pre-sleep workout.
Right. Kind of like a way to release any tension from the day.
I like it.
So we've got this set of instructions for the thigh double swing, and we're going to break it down.
Step by step.
Step by step.
Sounds good to me.
Where should we start?
Well, let's start with the starting position.
Okay. So how do we get into the starting position?
Imagine you're lying on your back, nice and comfy, with your legs bent, kind of like you're giving your knees a little hug.
Okay. Legs bent, knees hugged. Got it.
And your thighs should be at like roughly a 45-degree angle.
45 degrees. Anything else?
Now picture this. Your back is slightly arched and your head slightly lifted off the floor.
Ooh, I see. That slight arch, does that help engage certain muscles or something?
You got it. It's all about engaging the right muscles and making sure you're keeping good form throughout the exercise. Safety first, right?
Always. So we've got the legs, the back, the head. What about the IsoTone? Where does that come in?
Yes, the IsoTone. So you'll be holding it in front of you. Your arms are gently hugging your legs, and your hands are positioned just below your knees.
Okay, hands below knees. Anything specific about hand placement I should know?
Here's a little detail that might surprise you. Your pinkies, they're actually going to be acting as padding.
Pinkies is padding. What do you mean?
Between the IsoTone handles and your legs.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah, it's all about comfort and making sure you can smoothly transition into the exercise movement.
This setup is so different from any other leg exercises I've ever done.
That's the beauty of the IsoTone. It targets muscles in ways that traditional exercises can't.
I'm intrigued. So we're lying down, IsoTone in hand, pinky strategically placed. What's next?
All right, now things start to get interesting. We're moving into the first phase of the exercise, the squeeze.
Oh, bring on the squeeze. I'm ready.
All right, so during this phase, you're going to slowly press the IsoTone handles together using your thighs. Slowly. The key here is to minimize any arm movement.
So it's all about that controlled squeeze.
Exactly. And remember, you're working against the IsoTone's resistance, so even though it's slow, you're still building strength.
I love that. So I'm squeezing inwards with my thighs. Anything else I should be aware of during this squeeze phase?
You might notice that your head and upper body, they kind of move slightly forward as you're squeezing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a subtle movement, but it just goes to show that this exercise isn't just working your legs, it's engaging your whole body.
Ooh, I like that. A little bit of a full body wake-up call. It really does sound perfect for a morning routine.
Doesn't it? Just imagine.
No more hitting that snooze button. Instead, a little thigh double swing action.
And it could be just as effective for winding down in the evening, too.
Really? You think so?
Absolutely. The gentle movements could help release tension, help you relax. Prime your body for a good night's sleep.
A pre-sleep workout. I'm definitely intrigued. So we've engaged our whole body. What comes after the squeeze?
Time to shift gears and move into the second phase. The expand.
This is where we get a little more explosive, right?
You could say that. During the expand phase, you're going to rapidly pull those IsoTone handles apart.
Rapidly?
Yep, with as much thigh strength and speed as you can muster.
Wow, that sounds like it requires some coordination.
It does. And, it might take a little practice to really master that smooth interplay between your legs and your upper body.
So I'm pulling apart with my thighs. What's happening with the rest of my body during this expand phase?
As you're expanding the IsoTone, you're also pulling your upper body back to that starting position.
So it's like a push and pull kind of motion.
Exactly. Push with the legs, pull with the upper body. It's a beautiful thing.
This is definitely more than just a simple leg exercise. I'm seeing that now.
Right. It's engaging multiple muscle groups. It requires focus and coordination.
I'm already starting to see how this could change my fitness routine for the better.
And remember, you can do this anywhere, anytime.
Even in bed. Okay, so we've squeezed, we've expanded. What happens next?
Now we get into the heart of the thigh double swing, the cycle. It's all about that smooth transition between those two phases you just talked about, the squeeze and the expand. You know, like a continuous cycle, a rhythmic flow, almost like a dance.
Oh, a fitness dance in bed. I'm in.
So it's not about holding the squeeze or holding the expand.
Nope. It's that back and forth that really makes this exercise work.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture. The instructions say to start with 10 cycles, is that right?
That's what they recommend, yeah. And then you can gradually increase the number of cycles as you get stronger.
Got it. Start slow. Listen to your body. But we're lying down. The movements are slow and controlled. Is this really what you'd call an aerobic workout?
That's where things get interesting. You see, even though the thigh double swing might seem like a gentle exercise, it can actually get your heart rate up. And a big part of that is the breathing.
Oh, the breathing. Okay, tell me more about that.
So the instructions emphasize using forceful breathing throughout the exercise.
Forceful breathing. It's about actively engaging your lungs, really getting that oxygen flowing with every squeeze and every expand.
So I'm picturing myself lying there, IsoTone in hand, squeezing, expanding, breathing deeply. It's almost like a moving meditation, but for fitness.
I love that. You're engaging both your body and your mind.
This is so different from how I usually think about working out, I usually have to psych myself up, push myself through it. But this sounds almost enjoyable.
And that's the key, isn't it? Finding an activity that you enjoy, that feels good, that doesn't feel like a chore.
Yeah, something you can actually stick with. And I have to say, I'm loving the idea of a workout I can do right before bed.
Right. It's like signaling to your body that it's time to wind down, to relax.
No more scrolling on my phone before bed. Just a few thigh double swings and some deep breaths. It's like a little ritual.
Exactly. A ritual for a good night's sleep. And you know what? It could be just as effective in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Like a morning ritual, too.
Absolutely. Wake up, reach for your isotone, ease into those gentle movements, take some deep breaths. It's a great way to get your blood flowing and set a positive tone for the day.
So we're talking about a potential fitness routine that fits seamlessly into our daily lives, morning or night. And all this from an exercise you can do lying down, even in bed.
It really is a game changer, isn't it? No more excuses about not having time for a workout.
It's like turning those everyday activities, waking up, going to sleep, into opportunities to take care of ourselves. I love that.
It's all about making fitness effortless, integrating it into your life in a way that feels natural and sustainable.
Micro moments of movement. I'm totally stealing that phrase.
Jeffrey.
Okay, so we've covered the starting position, the squeeze and expand phases, the cyclical nature of the exercise, the breathing. We even talked about incorporating this into our daily routines. What else is there to know?
Well, before we wrap up, I think it's important to talk about a few key things to keep in mind as you're doing this exercise.
I have to say, I'm usually one to get intimidated by these, complicated fitness routines. But this actually sounds doable, like something I could stick with.
I think that's what makes it so appealing. It's simple, it's effective, and most importantly, it's enjoyable.
I really love that idea we talked about, making this part of our everyday routine.
Oh yeah, those micro moments of movement. I think that's really the key. Instead of it being this separate thing, this chore you have to schedule, it just becomes a natural part of your life.
Like we're taking back control,
Exactly. You're in charge. You decide when and where.
And how. Which brings me to something we touched on earlier. Having that isotone readily available, like even in bed.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you have the tools right there, it eliminates those barriers, No excuses.
It's like having your running shoes by the door,
Yeah.
You see them, you're more likely to go for a run.
Right. It's a visual cue, a reminder.
And in this case, it's having that isotone right there on your nightstand.
Yeah.
So you can easily incorporate it into your morning or evening routine.
Exactly. It's about making it effortless. And, this is just one exercise from the IsoTone collection. There's so much more to explore.
Oh, I know. I'm definitely inspired to dig deeper into the whole isotone method and, see what else I can discover.
I love that. Keep exploring, keep moving. There are so many ways to connect with your body.
Well, this has been a truly eye-opening deep dive. I feel like I learned a new exercise, but I also gained a new perspective on fitness in general.
That's fantastic to hear. It's not just about the physical movements. It's about that shift in mindset. That feeling of empowerment comes with, taking control of your health and well-being.
And to our listeners, we encourage you to do just that. Explore the isotone thigh double swing. Try something new. Find what brings you joy and helps you feel your best. Until next time, keep diving deep.